So these are like 6 principles on like building a product first company. Whatever the mission of your company is, and I do suggest you create one because it'll help you sort of hire, it'll help you inspire, it'll help you kind of focus your company and align them around certain things. Your product's impact has to be the thing that, whatever your product does has to be what your company does. And it has to be very clear for everyone who works there that if we build a better version of the software here, we will create this world we're trying to create. We will create this new vision or this new life that we're fighting for. And the way to think about that is, this is a very like McKinsey or sort of Gartner-y or sort of big world consulting-y slide, but I actually think it's kind of valuable to think about at this stage in where your companies are at. You have a vision, which is basically the future world you're thinking about. You have a mission, which is what's the thing you're going to do in this world. You can break that down into goals, which is the specific things you want to achieve, maybe before you raise, or maybe by the end of 2017 or whatever. Then you have strategies, which is how you're going to get there, and tactics is what you're doing, and activities is like your day-to-day stuff, right? So to give you a sort of simple example, like what does the future look like because of us? What are we going to do about getting there? What specific outcomes? What's the plan? What's the means? And what day-to-day, what do we do? I think if you can't draw a thread between here and here, you end up with employees who don't know why they're doing what they're doing. So if you say, come here and help us work on this appointment scheduling app because we're here to revolutionize time tracking, if they can't actually join the dots, you're going to end up with really unmotivated people. And again, unmotivated people unmotivate other people. Or demotivate, I guess is what I should be saying. One interesting thing I'd say is like your vision can be like abstract, right? And Intercom's our mission, for example, is like to make internet business personal, but your activities can be very specific, which is, today I'm going to speak to a group of people at an incubator in the hopes that more of them use Intercom. And similarly, you have one vision, but you'll have many, 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 many different things you do to support that vision. And I think in general, you don't need to be this specific, but it's good to be able to draw this out for your company. It will guarantee help you with all this hiring you're going to do, but it also helps you with the alignment you need to get as well. An example of what we're going for, as I said, we are here to make internet business personal. Stripe want to increase the GDP of the internet. Instacart will want to build the best way for people anywhere in the world to shop for groceries. Uber want to make transportation as reliable as running water. They're all pretty thought out, and you can kind of, if you're working on the logistics algorithm for route scheduling in Uber, you can actually draw a thread between what you're doing on that day, the lines of code you're writing, and making transportation as reliable as running water. And that's actually what motivates and inspires people. But it, again, has to come back to the product. Secondly, I think your product always has to be 3 things: feasible, viable, and desirable. If it's not all 3, you're not going to do well. If it can't eventually make money, it's a problem, right? So you could argue, I hate naming names in these examples, but I always accidentally do it. But a product that's feasible and desirable is something that is definitely possible and everyone wants, but just no one wants to pay for. There are many public companies who are struggling to find a way to actually make money. Everyone agrees they're a good thing, but no one works out where they should make money. Similarly, if it can make money and be done, but no one wants it, that's not a good thing either. And lastly, so there's been some recent examples. I think Theranos would probably fall into the category of things that could definitely make money and everyone wants it, but maybe it's just not possible. And you can sort of see how that plays out. But another way to think about this, in my opinion, is this idea of what I frequently call this cupcake approach. If you have to make a cake, there's basically 2 ways you can go about making a cake. You can go and make a cake base, and you can put it in the oven and work all that out. Sorry, you can go make a cake base, you can go get your filling, and you can put icing on top and then see how the whole thing works out. And the danger with that is, at no point in this process do you have any idea if this is a nice cake. You could be trying a new flavor. It could be chocolate, vinegar, and carrot, right? And at this point, nowhere here, maybe you could try licking the spoon, but that's not going to be useful enough. Nowhere at any point in the process do you have any idea what this cake is like. You don't know if your oven works. You don't know if you have any market demand for your cake. As an alternative, you could try and make a cupcake with all the same sort of principles that you're putting into the main cake. But at this point, it's a good time to know that chocolate and carrot is a horrible flavor, or that your oven doesn't work, or that you actually have no customers in your restaurant. But let's say you pass all those tests, then you can try and make a cake. Then you can try and make the wedding cake that is you need to make. I say all that to say that your product has to, as a startup, you don't get to raise a shitload of money and disappear for 11 months and then make some sort of Hercules-like return. We're like, ta-da, the product has descended from heaven. No one gives a shit. People sign up, they barf, and they leave. And so, badly timed launches with a product that's nowhere near ready, or it's not even as sweet as a cupcake, you're kind of launching at this point here. You're like, all right, so the key features have yet to come, but believe us, you should sign up. It's a real big mistake that I see product companies trying to be product companies make all the time. When people sign up after you launch in 10 weeks or whenever, everyone needs to experience some value, or they're just going to piss off. And that's literally what happens time and time again. Talk to anyone who's gone through this before.
Hey everybody, I am so excited to tell you about a new partner we have here at This Week in Startups. This is an amazing one. It's called Wunder Capital with a U, W-U-N-D-E-R Capital. And what they are doing is they're helping you combat global climate change and make money at the same time. All right, here's how it works. They are an award-winning online investment platform that lets you invest in solar energy projects across these United States of America. And you can earn up to 8.5% annually. Do you know what your money's making right now in a savings account? Go take a look. It's not 8.5%. And this will diversify your portfolio, and it will curb pollution and combat global climate change, which if you're listening to this program, you have a very high IQ, you're a very refined individual, and you know that global climate change is a real issue. If you're listening to This Week in Startups, you're obviously not a dummy. Your investment goes directly into helping U.S. SMBs install solar panels. You know what SMBs are if you're listening to this program, small and medium-sized businesses. And those businesses will repay their loans to Wunder with a U, and you get monthly payments directed into your bank account, right? Direct deposit right in there. Best of all, Wunder Capital takes no fees for investing your money. Kind of screwing it up for me. I take 20%, 25% of what my LPs give me. I get a carry, but Wunder Capital takes no fees. They offset the CO2 emissions from almost 3 million pounds of coal burned. How amazing is that? I'm so proud that they're a sponsor of this program. They're supporting independent media, and they're going to help you make up to 8.5% a year. This is what the true fans of This Week in Startups need to do right now. Go create a free account at wundercapital.com/twist. Remember, that's with a U, W-U-N-D-E-R capital.com/twist, and you can do well and do good at the same time. I've heard of triple bottom line companies. This one feels like a quadruple bottom line company. Look at the U.S. small businesses here in the United States of America. We're going to make America great again. They're going to get loans for their solar. You're going to get an 8.5% return. The planet is going to get saved. And hey, Wunder is probably going to do pretty well too. Quadruple bottom line capitalism from Wunder Capital. Wundercapital.com/twist. And if you're a super fan of the show, say thank you at Wunder Capital for supporting at Jason and TWI Startups. Go ahead and do that on Twitter, and I will like it and retweet it. All right, let's get back to this amazing program.